Your mind is your best tool for success. Your mind is the best thing you can have in your tool belt. Is the best tool you can have for your success. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean, if you get burned out in your business, your business is going to suck. It is just going to suck. You're going to hate getting up every day. You're going to hate going to work. And again, this comes back to your mind. It's just like things will get you to that stage of being burned out. Things will happen. There's things in your business that will happen. Like you keep knocking your head against the wall and you're trying to fix a certain problem. And all of a sudden there's another problem that needs fixing and another problem that needs fixing. And eventually you just get so frustrated with your life that this anxiety builds up in you and you're just like, I just don't need this shit anymore, and then you're trying to get out of it. You're trying to find a way to get out of that little bubble that you got squashed into, But I know that not only in will your business suffer if you get burned out, but your life is going to suck. Your life with your home life is going to suck with your wife. Because if you're shitty, you have a shitty attitude because of things that are going on around you, you're going to bring that home. You don't mean to bring it home. If those of you who cannot bring it home, good for you, great for you. I'm not one of those people. It always tends to come home with me. And I always struggle with that, to keep business away from my personal life. And it seems like the two just go together all the time. So, but ultimately, your life is going to suck if you let this burnout happen to you. I experience burnout, 2-3 times a year probably. But I've been in business for 30 years. And when burnout comes, I don't know how to describe it other than you just don't want to get up in the morning. You don't want to go into the office and face those things day after day after day. Or, sometimes I used to get it when I would landscape. I would be like, you'd wake up in the morning, your back's killing you, and you have a retaining wall again to build that you just got done building one. You have to go build another one today. And then you're just like, oh God, and you're thinking about this. And pretty soon you just get burnt out on the whole concept of it, the repetitiveness of it. But it happens, it's life, I think anxiety is a big thing that goes along with that because it builds up your anxiety in your system. And if you've never had an anxiety attack, let me tell you, I've had them and they're bad. And I didn't actually know what was happening to me, so I'm going to take a second and tell you about it. So I had all kinds of problems going on at once. I was being addressed by like 6 different people with 6 different issues, and I couldn't even get to my issues. I make a list every day. I make a list of all the things I'd like to get done today. Of course, I never get them done, or rarely do I ever get them done. But I make a list. And then when I walk into the office, I get bombarded by all these people that have these questions about this, and that's not going right, or this isn't working, or it's always something, and that's part of it. That's part of being a business manager, is you need to go in there and you need to hear these people out. Those are your people. And so you want to go in there and make things right and correct everybody's problem. And before you know it, it's like 6 o'clock in the evening and you didn't even touch your list yet. So I remember not too long ago, a few weeks ago, I got this buildup, this anxiety, I just felt like my chest was tightening up. I was having trouble breathing. And it was odd because I'm like, what's that all about? So I have asthma, so I took my inhaler and hit it a couple of times and I thought it would go away. It didn't go away. It was getting worse. And the more things that were coming at me, the phone calls and the employees, it was getting worse and worse and worse. And finally, I just didn't feel well. I felt like I was going to pass out. And I had to walk out of the building just to get fresh air. And my wife happened to be coming out to the office at that time. And she said, honey, what's wrong? And I was like, I don't know. My chest is tight. I want to crawl out of my own skin. And she kind of talked me down a little bit, and she said, just go take a walk. And I did. And I took a walk around the property, went about a quarter of a mile, came back, and I felt so much better. It just seemed like it relieved some of the stress that I was going through, with the day-to-days in the office. But it's a real deal, and it's a scary thing. At the end of the day, your health is extremely important, but your mind has got to be right for things. And I have to tell myself all the time, when I get up in the morning, let's say if I have to fire an employee, I have to tell myself, hey, this is best for the company. Don't hold it personal. Don't get all upset about it. I used to the night before that, I would just I was just a mess because I hate firing people. You know, I love to hire people. I hate to fire people. I don't know anybody who likes that job, you know, because it's heartbreaking sometimes. But we do every effort we can to help them before we get to that part. But that was just an example of things that I got to wrap my mind around it and just say, hey, George, this is part of your job. Just get out there, do your job, move on. Don't hold it personal. So that's my advice. I hope that it makes sense to some of you guys. Just your health is number one, so take care of yourself first and everything else will fall into place.